first we started off with writing out all our features and getting a frequency map so that we can get the mode of these features and we can better understand. Then me and Varun took off 10 minutes together, and later we came back with the ranking because we understood that ranking the features is one of the most important things, so that later we can work with unknowns. And here is our ranking. So we started with non-vehicles, then we put the dates, then we put fuel type and technology, then we had vehicle category and gross vehicle weight, and that's how we ranked it. Later, the next biggest challenge was the unknowns, and there were these unknowns, which is the weight type, weight range, fuel type, EV range, and number of vehicles. I don't want to go over everything because we made a very detailed documentation, so you guys can go over that to see where we left off. But to give you an example of how we segregated the unknowns is that, let's take the EV range. The EV range consisted of the 2893 values, and out of that, 81% of the EV population had an EV range value of missing. We thought this was a very promising feature because this would tell us how the trends are going to be influenced in 2025 for the vehicles existing in the market. But this had a lot of unknown values and it wasn't providing any value, so we decided to remove. And as you can see, we had a lot of other metrics such as protecting our subsets, like especially the electric vehicles, which is a smaller subset of this whole data that we were given. So in order to protect that, we took up what is the percentage of how many unknowns are there, and based on that, we made our better predictions. And you can see all this in our document. And finally, we went with splitting our tasks. So we started off with the deep cleaning, and then we wanted to do a data visualization of the electric vehicles, and then later we both were figuring out about picking the model, and then we wanted the RMSE score report, and finally this lovely video. So yeah, we kind of worked on all these three, and Varun will go over these three later. And before I hand it off to Varun, here were some challenges that we faced, and all of these are clearly mentioned in the report.